Imagine a cryptocurrency once hailed as the future of mobile mining, now caught in a storm of uncertainty. It just got listed alongside a Trump-backed stablecoin, yet its price is teetering dangerously close to collapse. Investors are selling off. Token unlocks are looming. And the market is watching closely. Will Picoin rebound or implode? In the next few minutes, we'll break down exactly what's going on with Pi Network, what the MEXC listing really means, why sell pressure is intensifying, and whether there's still hope for a comeback. Stick around, because this story has more twists than you'd expect, and what happens next could make or break one of the most talked about coins in crypto. Waving hand. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're into crypto updates, price analysis, and behind-the-scenes market moves, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe so you never miss out on the next big trend. Today, we're diving into Pi Network, a project with a massive following that's currently at a make-or-break moment. What's going on with Picoin right now is more than just price action. There's a storm brewing with listings, sell-offs, token unlocks, and even connections to political figures. Let's unpack the full story. Picoin has recently caught fresh attention thanks to its listing on the MEXC exchange. This wasn't just a routine listing, it was paired with a new stablecoin called $1, a currency reportedly backed by US treasuries and cash, and tied to business interests from the Trump family. That alone makes it one of the more politically intriguing crypto pairings we've seen in a while. MEXC enabled trading between Pi and $1, as well as SOL and $1, and offered zero fees until June 26. The move is clearly aimed at boosting liquidity, market confidence, and visibility. In theory, aligning with a stable, asset-backed currency like $1 gives Picoin a shot at legitimacy in a market flooded with speculation. But in practice, the market hasn't been too kind. Even with this promising listing, Picoin has been struggling to hold above the 70 cents mark, hovering around 74 cents. Analysts are pointing out the psychological wall forming around the $1 level. That resistance isn't just technical, it's a sign of doubt. Investors are hesitant, and the data shows why. Since the beginning of May, Picoin has dropped nearly 40% from its monthly highs. This wasn't a correction, it was a full-on sell-off. A large number of Pi holders began liquidating their positions, shaking market confidence even further. When you look at the charts, the indicators reflect what's happening under the surface. The Relative Strength Index, or RSI, has dropped below the neutral 50 line, which suggests that bearish momentum is building up. If Picoin falls below the crucial 71 cents support, it could tumble further to 61 cents, making recovery even harder. However, if the coin holds that $0.71 support and bounces, there's still hope. A push toward 87 cents could signal a shift in momentum and even reignite optimism. But timing will be everything. Unfortunately, that's not the only challenge Pi is facing right now. Another major concern is the incoming wave of token unlocks. These are scheduled releases of previously locked tokens into the circulating supply, and they can wreak havoc on price if not managed carefully. On May 28 alone, Pi Network unlocked 15 million tokens. And this is just the beginning. Over the next few months, hundreds of millions of additional Pi tokens are set to hit the market in waves through June, July, and August. The immediate reaction? Many holders are transferring their newly unlocked Pi coins to centralized exchanges. That's typically a sign of selling intentions. This means the market could soon face more supply than demand, driving prices even lower unless there's a major influx of new buyers or use cases. This creates an intense squeeze on the coin's value, too many coins, not enough demand. Now let's talk about where market activity stands. In the last 24 hours, Pi Network saw a volume increase of over 16%, reaching around $145 million. That shows there's still interest, but it's cautious. On the technical side, Picoin is trading within tight Bollinger Bands, which means low volatility for now, but it also suggests that a breakout either upward or downward could be coming soon. Looking at other indicators, the MACD line still leans bearish, signaling that the current trend has downward pressure. However, the stochastic RSI shows that Pi may be oversold in the short term, which sometimes precedes a bounce. Even so, moving averages are acting as resistance. Right now, they're sitting above the current price level, and unless Pi breaks through 85 cents, the move toward $1 will remain out of reach. But despite all these headwinds, Pi Network isn't giving up. In fact, it's working on building out its ecosystem with a long-term focus. One of the most promising developments is the creation of a $100 million Pi Network Ventures Fund. This initiative is aimed at supporting startups in AI, gaming, fintech, and e-commerce, all of which could build real-world applications that use Pi Coin as a utility token. This is where Pi's long-term potential lies. If these projects succeed and people actually begin using Pi in meaningful ways, the coin's fundamental value could grow far beyond speculative trading. And that's the gamble Pi Network is making. While short-term price movements and technical resistance are causing concern, the team is betting on long-term adoption and utility to carry them through. If decentralized applications on the Pi mainnet gain traction, if developers stay committed, and if the broader crypto market turns bullish again, Pi could see a major comeback. But let's be clear, the current outlook is uncertain. The coin is hanging on just above key support levels, and the next few weeks could make or break this project's short-term reputation. Watch for whether Pi can stay above 71 cents. If it drops below that, we're likely in for more pain. But if it breaks through 85 cents and pushes toward $1, sentiment could flip fast. So where does that leave us? Pi Network is at a crossroads. It's listed on a major exchange with a politically charged stablecoin, yet its price is under pressure from sell-offs and incoming token unlocks. The technical signals are mixed. But there's also long-term potential thanks to real-world use case development. The next move could define Pi's future, for better or worse. Let us know in the comments what you think. Are you holding Pi, selling, or just watching from the sidelines? Don't forget to like this video if you found it helpful and subscribe for more breakdowns on Pi Network and the fast-moving world of crypto. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay curious, stay cautious, and stay ahead of the market.